I'm a BMW junkie, E30 most specifically. Where did it start? Like I said, way back since I could, I think, ever look at a car. The favorite's always been an E30.
Welcome to SideHustleGarage. We are here about buddies, please. Mission. And I'll be chilling just here. Oh yeah, because of his canine friend, eh? Whoa, you're looking very welcoming there, nah? It's a pleasure meeting you.
Sorry to interrupt this video, guys, but I just would like to hold that sword, hold it, don't go anywhere, I'm now there, just hold on. So I'm just here to tell you guys that submission dropped so much, and this is what it looks like. Yeah. Also comes with free stickers and microfiber cloth. I don't have it with me, but go over to his Instagram page and you guys will see everything you need there, including prices and shipping and all that other stuff. So let's go back to the video.
So my name, eh?
Yes.
My name is Sam Governor, 33 years of age, BMW junkie, E30 more specifically. Where did it start? Like I said, way back since I could, I think, ever look at a car. The favorite's always been an E30. I told myself one day I would buy one. The time came, and I'm going to get myself one. And
was this now your very first car?
Yeah, so it was very interesting. It's like I wasn't a fussy child where I would ask my dad for a fancy car, like something popular. I wanted a scruffy box.
Yeah. I knew this was all back in Durban.
So let's go back.
Yeah.
So I'm formerly from Durban. Right? I'm here now 15 years.
Okay.
In East London. And when I did get here, this is when I first got my car. So I other kids probably would want something fancy. I didn't. I wanted a box BM. My mother wasn't happy about that. What do you want to do with a scruffy old car? But anyways, that's what I wanted.
I'm assuming in the community, South African community, E30s aren't exactly known for or naturally has a good reputation because they're normally associated with township spinning and that type of thing.
Yeah,
so
and
there's a stigma attached to the car.
It's an old car as well,
Yeah.
It's like, this is my child, you know what I mean? Let's drive something decent.
Yeah.
Anyways, so persuaded my dad to give me a box. Finally got me one. But he didn't give me the one I wanted though. He got me a 318.
Like the one
Automatic.
now. Oh, shucks.
So like it was like, they surprised me and they took the surprise away at the same time. And I was like, okay, but I made it work like any other youngster would.
Yeah. How long
I
before
the
you...
springs first and foremost.
That's like a very first mod, bro. That's like the go-to mod.
Yeah, made the car look cool, made it look dope. But it wasn't fast. It wasn't. It just looked cool. Everyone disguised it like a 325, but it wasn't. And
was it the top engine or the fuel injection one?
It was the fuel injection one.
It was like M10, M40.
M40.
Like the one we have in our car.
Yeah. So yeah, it wasn't great, but it made it work.
Yeah, and it was mobile.
And it was mobile. And and at that moment, I just started my apprenticeship at Mercedes-Benz. So, bro, we were getting very minimum stipend. The word was stipend a week. So to do any fancy mods was difficult.
Yeah.
Anyways, down the line, I was lucky enough and privileged enough. My dad decided to find the car that I always wanted. Besides, I said it was the E30, but I think everyone just doesn't want an E30. They would love a 325 IS. Yeah. So he found one, a non-running one, which kind of stole my heart. And now we had to play a little bit of.
Why do us car guys like that? We don't want something, a brand new thing that's running and mobile. No. You feel more attached. It's like, oh, shame, man. It's like a puppy on the side of the road. It's like nobody wants to, don't worry, I'll take good care of you.
Yeah.
So
I would say I'm also a sucker for the abuse side of things. So I had a car that looked presentable now. Even had mags on it and all that stuff.
Yeah.
And my dad gets this and I'm like, oh shit, I want that. And he looks at me, well, my son, you can't have both.
Yeah.
You understand? You can't have both. If you want this, you have to get with the one you have. And we got involved with this now. And I finally had at 19 years of age, I had the opportunity of driving an IS after getting it ready. And I have regrets, many regrets, because now we can see what the price of the cars are. But what we knew then and what we know now is two different things.
For sure.
We didn't know it was going to play out this way.
Yeah.
And from there, it just grew. And grew my love for the cars. The problem was it was always money, like anybody else. How far you can go with the car, And with that specific car, I started to get scared. It gave me a bit of issues here and there. And like I said, being an apprentice, the money doesn't actually kind of back it up to rebuild the engine or anything like that. So the car was fine, and I took my chance of getting rid of it before there were any major problems.
Yeah.
And then from there, got into a 36 323. And then with my naughty brother, me and him are boxy fanatics. So he always persuades me on the side whenever I sell a car, like, man.
I would smart to meet your brother.
Yeah, there's an E30 for sale. And he looks at it and my mother's like not impressed because she knows I struggle with the cars. Right? And he'll be like, come on, man, just one more, man. Check this thing, man. LS. It's got an LSD, it's got a cam, everything. And after selling the E36, we went back to Malabar to fetch a car, right? And it was all his fault because I thought I'm going to change my destiny now. I'm going to get away from E30s. You know what I mean? Here we go, back to getting an E30. And again, it was just the money side of things where I wanted to restore the car and make it proper. I got far with like trying to restore it with minimum budget.
Yeah.
You need to look for a painter who's willing to help you out. You need to look for someone who's willing to help you with the engine and so on. And as this experience started going forward, I started to learn more and more about the E30. You understand? Who I can trust, who knows how to do what. You understand? And myself, and a lot of things you have to learn that you have to do it yourself now. You understand? Trial and error. This brother does it like this, he does it like that. Okay, fine. I'm sure I can do the exact same thing he can do. Just take a little bit longer, and I can get it right. So it went on. Got rid of that car. When I sold that car, The morning I sold that car, okay, because my mother knew how much problems I had because that car guys, E30 is a naughty car. There's no way you don't get into trouble with the car. You leave your house in the morning saying that you will drive.
That's the whole reason why we're driving a E30.
Yeah, properly from the house. You will save on fuel. You'll do everything.
Lies, all lies.
You get on the highway. Bra comes past with his Golf. You're like, okay, drop a gear, let's go. Do you understand? After everything is finished, you realize, yes, bro, I should not drive him so hard, man. Look at the fuel now. You know, you check, and then, yeah. So when the car breaks, I speak to my mom and whatnot, and then they'll be like, yeah, but you know, we told you shouldn't be buying cars like this. Do you understand?
Get you something reliable.
Yeah.
Like a Daihatsu or a Polo or
something.
Yeah.
You know, something that's not going to give you problems. Leave these things, right? And then the morning, I got a good offer of the car after all the problems and getting the car right. The car was right now, right? But the offer was at that time was good enough to let the car go and let my problems go also. But then Gumtree is a sin. And the morning, I sold the car. I sold the car in the morning. The afternoon I was on Gumtree, and I saw this car. This red car behind us is from PE. Okay. Right. When I saw the car come up, there was a couple things that I noticed. Now this is through all the E30s we've had. We've had quite a bit. Yeah. There's stuff that I noticed that the car had, that I saw that now maybe I should buy a stock one. Right?
And it started off originally as a 325, eh?
Yeah, stock one. Would no drop suspension, no being abused. Let's start right at the beginning. So this car, when it was advertised, was like so. It had the smallest of cracks on the dash, which it still has 10 years later. Probably about, I don't know, 3 mils maybe. So it's like almost a crackless dash, right? It had neat interior. It didn't have load suspension. This car was sky high, my bro. So I spoke to the guy that was selling the car, and I said to him, my bro, I'm gonna travel to PE immediately. I put in a day's leave at work. Right? Remember, I'm still a student, I'm apprentice, right? But hey, my heart is on this car now, bro. Right? Spoke to another friend. I said, okay, listen, I put fuel in your car. Please, can you take me up? Right? I want this car. Okay. And when I bought the car, I made myself a promise. Right? I actually spoke to the car like the car understands me. I said, just do me a favor. Until I qualify, take me to work every day. We won't modify you. We won't do anything. I promise. None of that. Right? We will keep it normal between me and you. We will keep a good relationship. Right? I'll just lower you a bit only for now. That's it. You know? And that's what I did.
So it was bone stock.
Yeah. I lowered the car. It had a set of Alpine 17-inch wheels on it. That's it. Nothing. We drove the car, me and the car. I don't know, some of the car has a personality, I'm not sure. But
wait, before you go further, do you have a name for the car?
Now it's stolen. StolenEC. So
where does that come from?
It comes from, so the car comes from what the car's been through in the country. It's that high-risk car. It's a car from, like you said, it's grown up, it's been in the township, it's been there. You said drive it like you stole it. And also, when the name came about to give this car a name, I didn't want the car to be ever attached to the owner. It's not about me. It's about the car building its own legacy. I think we had this discussion earlier. Right? So it has its own little individual thing going on. You know what I'm saying? And people will always individualize this car to StolenEC. Never to Sam. And which is nice. I don't want nothing to do with that. You know what I mean? The car must live its own little life. So we had this conversation. And I drove the car every day back and forth. And he's like, when are you going to stroke it? When are you going to do this? When are you going to do that? When are you going to put the exhaust on? Whatnot? Like, no, guys, it's alright. It's like the car's running okay. It's running fine. Everything's happy. The day I qualified and I finally got a permanent job with the company, my first thing was to take a company car, right? And I said, okay, now it's showtime, right? And I spoke to a good friend that we went to school back in KZN, okay? and he's one of South Africa's best spray painters. And we're so tight that he said to me, okay, I'm gonna send you my E30, yeah, and you send me yours, okay? And I want you to do electrical and mechanical. You do that for me. That stuff I need done. I'll paint your car for you. Up to this day, the guys think I spent thousands and thousands of rands on doing paint work and all this stuff. No, it was who we are, the people we are. We helped each other.
Who you are, it's not what you know, it's who you know.
Exactly. We know each other's character, and we know we can trust each other. We're honest, and we know we grew up together, and I appreciated that. So, yeah, the car went down to him, and I said, take your time. He said, you do it in your spare time. And the car spent probably in KZN about a year.
Yeah,
maybe a little more than a year. I don't know.
As the engine side are just spraying, like doing the preparation work, taking all the cracks.
Very finicky. He was like flat. He won't paint until the car is prepared properly. So they call it speed filing, which is quite hectic, where each panel they make sure that it's straight before paint. The car wasn't bad, but he's just funny. He's just a very, very, very particular person. Right? So the car went, did his thing, got it back, and while now...
Maybe ask your friend's name just to give him a shout out.
Nasim Karim from SA Auto Bodies.
He's obviously could be watching this video.
Or KZN Auto Bodies, that's his full name. Yeah, for the company. Yeah, KZN Auto Bodies. He's really good. If anyone wants a car painted, if you are particular about something, that's a guy.
And you're willing to wait.
With us, it's a real special bond. Where, like I said, we just hit that spot. Like we understood each other. You understand? I'm sure a customer will be different, but I mean, yeah. So came back, and then things started to escalate. While the car was there, it gave me space to breathe. Now it's like, I don't know if you guys have this feeling as well, that when your project is not there anymore, you feel like you have freedom. Because when you look at it, you're like, should I do this, that?
There's always something to do.
You understand? But when it's not there anymore, you can't do anything anymore. Now you're free. And that's how I felt. You know what I mean? For that space of time. And then he called me and he says to me, Sam, I am not putting these lights of yours back. Why? He says, my friend, this car is glowing. You cannot put that cheap old lights back. Now you will go and buy brand new lights. This is what he tells me now. And I keep quiet. I said, I don't listen to you. I said, you will put brand new lights on the car. And now it started. This is when we started to start spending money. And it was always what I wanted to do. You know, build a proper E30, a stance E30, in fact. But to get to that point of being there, you know, it's always money again.
Yeah.
Right? So time over the years, the car finally arrived. I was impressed, thoroughly impressed. And then now we started to get really.
What was the original color though?
It was always red.
Always red.
Always
red.
red.
Was also red.
It was always red. It was maybe here and there a little bit faded, but that was about it.
So that red that turns almost orange when it gets faded.
Yeah. And this color does it in the sun as well. It also looks very orangey red, very bright in the sun. So yeah, we did that. Then we started, and then we started getting dirty to the team. Now we started like polishing the intake and the turret covers, and the bolts started anodizing. We learned now about anodizing now, you know, stuff like that. Started taking out the bolts, and we started building.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Clips. First, we started looking at old cars for clips and stuff like that. Then we realized, you can buy these things from BMW, man, if you know the part number. Do you understand?
Legit, you can.
Yeah. Guys, you are sleeping in the world of E30. A lot of things we think we get taken for a ride, but there's a lot of stuff you can buy from the dealer himself. Yeah. Part numbers, my bro. Part numbers. If you know the part number, and it's available, you can get them. You understand? So yeah, clips, all that stuff can get made available. Then we started now, we said, okay, let's go with the Alpina. Alpina was PE car, you know, with the, like you said, you get the motor VW, you get the motorsport and all that stuff. And then I started from one side. Then the car didn't come with sports seats. Okay. I found a set of sports seats, kept it aside. Right? But the whole interior, kept it aside. Send it to be covered quietly. You know, stuff like that. I would always buy a second set of something while it's busy with the car. So that I never felt it on my pockets. So while it's busy getting its thing done, the car is also mobile. You can drive it if you want to, you know. From the time we bought the car years ago, we've never rebuilt the engine.
What?
Never.
What?
Yeah, we never rebuilt the engine. It's got small add-ons from exhaust to it's got a bro speed exhaust. We don't do bro speed anymore. It's got a power flow branch. It's got the 535 airflow meter. It's got 535 injectors. So it sounds nice. It revs up nice.
Yeah.
And so on. So we kept it in stock. It's got a slip diff on it. Yeah,
The LSS goes from the 3 to 3 originally, right?
Yeah, on this car.
You don't know what ratio that is, right?
3 offhand. Let's check. It's
3 and
something.
5, probably somewhere around there, right? 3, 5,
Check.
3,
There's you get 2 of them
yeah.
that came from a 3 to 3. And then you also get obviously the IS stuff. It's 411.
So it's like a sport one, yeah. Hello.
Yeah, that's a nice stuff though. You get IS stuff, oh man, different ballgame. But yeah, so that was done. That's basically on the mechanical side, and
Which
obviously,
one, the bonnet?
yeah,
No, was that done prior? Or did your buddy and Nazim, did he do that?
no. So before we, as we get to the bonnet side, so the car got to a point where the car sides look nice.
Yeah.
You know, paintwork is good, interior is good, engine bay looks okay. You know, and then we started to do a slight custom setup in the boot, but not too much. Okay, and then we got to the point where we really wanted to go low now. And with the traffic officers being a problem, you can't go too low because I think it just
Yeah.
air suspension was the next game. Did the air in the car? Well, I did the air myself
You did.
in this garage, in fact, the other garage in front. Took me a bit of time to understand how it works and put it in. Did the air suspension, very excited. Now the
Was this
car,
the first time we get?
yeah, first time. This was the car first time did it
For sure.
flat,
Yeah.
you know.
Which wheel did you have at that time when you did the A? Was it?
I had the bottle caps.
Okay.
Yeah. So prior to that, I made one other move. It's funny you mentioned that. Was the wheels in that year. Mo again helped me with that, with the sourcing out a company to do the stapling of the wheels. And the reason for that was because it's
So it started off as the original 14 bottle caps.
Yeah, 100%. And we just thought that getting away from the red wheels, because at that moment, I think in social media and stuff, it still is, but that specific time there was that the division of rep versus OEM versus split. And yeah, man, it got hectic. I thought to myself, hey, if I ever want to go to Johannesburg, Cape Town, Durban, and even compared to the big boys in PE, I need to really up my game. You understand? So I took the first initiative of doing the wheels. Okay, finally got. I was very excited. I think for Eastern Cape that was the first. It was the first. It was the first one in the Eastern Cape, first set. Right? And a lot of people told me, yeah, but the bottle caps has been done before and whatnot. But here's the thing, guys. Being done before is fine, but putting it on the car that the condition is very, very nice is a different story.
Yeah.
You understand?
Complement one another.
100%. Then also there's the concept of the color scheme on the car. To make everything speak a different language.
For sure.
You know? And that's what we did. With the air, the wheels, now we look at the car, we're like, whoa. And then we sat back and looked at the car for almost 2 hours before we actually did anything else.
Yeah, we can fully relate to that, bruh.
You know? We're like, okay, right, look at it from the next angle, let's move around the car, let's sit again.
Yeah.
Let's have another seat. Let's check what it is. Like fancy. Yeah. And now we got to the point where we realized, okay, fine. We're there now. We're getting somewhere. Car's starting to look.
Quick one weekend for the viewers and ourselves. You mentioned we. Who's your team? How many guys do you consist of?
When I say we, I'll probably say it's myself, my brother, Aldrich, and then my wife.
Yeah.
You know, and then there are my other supportive friends, but most of the time I am in the garage by myself.
Yeah.
You know?
This is your time.
Yeah. I got friends out there on the mechanical side like Lance Noble. You guys may have met him before.
How about
Yeah, I've got a lot of friends, but I mean, in the garage itself, yeah, most of the time I find myself one man. Yeah, so anyways, had a look at it, car looked great, now it's time to step it up again. And guys, funny enough, it all seems like everything happened so quickly, but this thing happened over time and years. You know, it's the longest car I've ever had, which I'm shocked, very impressed. And proud
No
of
plans
myself.
on selling it anytime soon, eh?
Makes me happy. Makes me sad when it doesn't go as planned, but it also makes me happy when I look at it like this.
Yeah.
You know?
Well, you're not planning on letting it go anytime soon, like?
No, it makes me happy.
Yeah.
Because having a bad week and stuff like this, I can sit in the garage and look at the car, do one good thing or no, just look at it. It's happy. You
For
know?
sure.
And then, an important thing you asked me, like what came next? There's a lot of things I redid on the car. So I did the seats initially in vinyl, what I could afford. Came out very nice. Then I realized that up my game again, because that's not what you go to. You go to big shows like BMW or VW. And I took then I sent the seats to be redone again. This time genuinely. So now it's in Italian leather. Now the car is like really on point inside. You know, we had the roll cage done when we learned when it started. The roll cage started to become a very big thing in PE. Right,
And
the
when
X-bar,
everybody was doing the PVC piping.
the X-bar, yeah. And the funny time is that to ask a lot of people like, hey, how did you do it? How did you get something to work with the interior? You know, and then not some people are helpful, some people not. And I figured it out myself. First, I tried and error, did some welding here in the yard, put this thing together. It wasn't great, and then I decided, okay, I have to redo this by someone who knows how to build a roll cage. Concept was to keep the interior full in the car, okay, and I'll just spice it up a bit. So we did the cage, and then we covered the swing, just to give it a touch of class on the inside. Over the years, we collected all the limited edition stuff and scare stuff, like the original Alpina boot spoiler, M-Tech 2 steering wheel, lots of goodies here and there. Like I said, there are the airflow meters and whatever you want to call it, sport seats, rubber mats, electric aerials, toolkits.
I think there's going to be too many stuff to cover, bro. There's no limited time frame or space that will allow us to list all of that stuff. I think the best thing for the viewers is to actually see it for themselves. I mean, they probably want to see now really the car in all its splendor, see it on the road. And that being said, I think we can take it to the road now, my bro. If you guys want to know more about the car, we will leave Sam's details down below. For those true enthusiasts, you guys can see he's a true proper car enthusiast. You guys probably want to know more about the car. So like inform contact. What's your IG, your Facebook, sir?
Facebook, my full name, Summation, SAMESHAN, Empower Governor.
And your
My Insta, Nation, MESHAN 325. 325i.
we'll leave that down below. I always wanted to do this. We'll leave that down below. Anything from you, know?
We will now proceed to the cinematics.
We don't tread softly, but not flossy, The streets that taught me, but we're too bossy, We don't tread softly, but not flossy, The streets that taught me, I'm just tryna get my nigga paid. We came from Section 8, and I knew I was at since the 2nd grade. Man, I swear my time is coming, cause I'm never late. Came from broken homes and broken dreams to getting paid. Love, dollar, dollar, dollar bill, listen close, this is not a drill. Just hungry trying to get a meal. I've been in life, who gon' pay a bill? I've been in action, been in traction, surplus with niggas lacking, shining light but still be blacking, red lights will stop the action, green to go, even when it's slow. Higher heights to balance out the lows. Can't ride the wave cause you ain't got a boat. All you niggas only need to know basis. There's a water, y'all can't fuck with my oasis. Reason y'all not winning, y'all don't know the fucking basis. Moving too bossy, we don't tread softly, but not flossy, the streets done taught me, moving too bossy, we don't tread softly,
Must be have a lot of speakers in your tube.
This is the only note we interested in. The sound the engine makes.
What bike is this?
That's BMW.
Oh, I tell you what.
Alpina. Thank you.
Thanks, uncle.
Last color tube. Yeah, beautiful. And the rims. Don't make me those rims up in my back. And your BMW looks nice.